Hey, welcome back to Cues with Dogs. 16 days post-surgery. I am feeling great. My temple and my eyeball is still a little swollen. Hopefully that will go down in time. I actually feel wonderful. I feel almost completely back to normal. Which is great. I had a couple of cool experiences with the surgery. I set up a couple of challenges for myself going through it, created some beautiful distractions to keep my mind calm and restful through it. And I had something incredibly powerful happen to me during surgery, which I'm so excited about. And it's actually created kind of the surge in me to explore other options, other things that I can do with it, which I will share with you shortly. So anyways, the beautiful experience the challenge was my girlfriend had come here for a month to spend time with me because we didn't know what to expect after surgery. I asked her if she would just drop me off at the hospital and just pick me up when it was time for me to go home. I wanted to have the opportunity to experience something that could potentially be very traumatic on my own and be able to self-regulate myself without needing another human being. And I love her, and she obviously would have completely allowed me to need her. And I knew going into it that it was my own personal challenge, but if I did get to a point where it was unbearable for me for whatever reason, I could surely ask her to come in and hold my hand through it. So that actually allowed me to conquer this challenge a little bit better because I knew I had options. And I really believe that having choices makes all the difference when you're trying to overcome challenges. And I believe that deeply in my heart because of the way narcissistic abuse affects people. It has a tendency to minimalize what you feel, minimalize how you think. You really become kind of non-existent in the presence of a narcissist because all the energy has to go to them, and it creates tons and tons of self-doubt. So being able to create a challenge for myself and have it turn out well increases my own personal inner confidence, which obviously has nothing to do with the external world, but has everything to do with how I'm choosing to integrate my external world. So the other thing that I did that created something amazing, and I am so grateful for Dr. Friedman and his team and the level of compassion, acceptance, and acknowledgement of allowing me to do these foolish little things before surgery. So senses, I have mentioned them about dogs. Our senses are very important in regards to the information that we're taking in regards to our outside world and things that feel like they're happening to us, which sometimes increases that feeling of feeling helpless when we view something as it happening to us without having any choices or any control. You have a tendency to feel a little bit helpless. So again, choice is super, super important. So when I went to the hospital, I packed a bag for my 5 senses. I had gauze and lavender for smell. I had 3 sets of eye masks for myself, and it was just, there was one that was more comfortable than the other. I had, for taste, I had winter mint and peppermint gum, and now upon thinking about that, I probably should have chose different flavors because any type of peppermint or winter mint kind of increases your arousal in your brain. But anyways, you live and you learn and you explore and you play and you have some fun with it. So there was that. And then for touch, I had brought a piece of lamb's wool that I had cut off from my dog's bed. So obviously touching that was very much associated with my dog. So they came and they got me for surgery. I'd had all my scans done and I was ready to go. When they picked me up from the room, I had my eye patch on. I had my dog's lamb's wool in my hand. It was laid on my leg, and I was just petting it like I would be petting my dog. They asked me the questions that I needed to know. The next thing I know, I'm wheeled into the OR room, and I'm unconscious. And now I begin to have this incredible experience that I think everybody in the team, including myself, created, which made surgery absolutely phenomenal for me. I have one of my favorite, best memories created in that OR room. So it was very much, so oftentimes I have dreams. My nightmares are my most vivid dreams, and they have a tendency to be anxiety increasing. So this was as vivid as a nightmare, meaning like it was very real and very palatable, but it was of my dog resting underneath the OR table as if she was waiting for me. And the thing that I kept seeing was just her head resting on the ground, looking up. And it was just this incredibly comforting moment of feeling safe. Everything's going to be great. I'm right here. I'm waiting for you. So, yeah, that happened. And that was, I can't even express to you how much I didn't feel helpless, how much I felt like I had some control over helping myself with my emotions by paying attention to my senses and really kind of dictating what I wanted to see, what I wanted to hear, what I wanted to feel, and releasing myself from the obligation of having to hear what was going to happen in surgery, releasing the attachment and kind of detaching and dissociating from what the medical team was going to do. I'm not medical. I don't know all of that stuff. I get that there are risks. I'm here, it's going to happen. So it was very much out of my hands, and I chose to let those things go. But I chose to center my focus on things I could control, meaning I can control what I see, I can control what I feel, I can control what is happening in my mind, even in a circumstance that feels relatively uncontrollable. And every one of the practitioners were incredibly compassionate with me. I mean, it's in my chart in regards to post-traumatic stress disorder that if I am triggered, you need to leave me alone, not take it personally, don't fix it, let me self-soothe, just get me my bag that has my 5 senses where I can dissociate from what is creating the anxiety and bring myself back into a calmer state. And I do all of that on my own. And when other people give me input, it actually creates an expectation of behavior for me, which actually increases the stress. So that's why I can't have people telling me, you need to do this or you need to do that. No, I need to do what I do so that I can feel calm, because I know me better than anybody else knows me. And I don't know, it's kind of comforting when you start to look at life that way, because then it makes me realize very, very quickly that Dr. Friedman, my surgeon, he knows what he's doing. He's done it thousands of times. And I can trust that. And I don't have to know any more about it. All I have to do is just trust that he knows how to do it. And he's one of the best surgeons out there, like world renowned. And he's a man of few words, but his simplicity is very comforting, just a very good energy about him. So anyways, that is my progress after surgery, and I wanted to share that beautiful, happy memory that I created in what could have been a very potentially stressful and traumatic experience for me. I got to develop strength within my own abilities. I got to be appreciative for other people's abilities to take care of me and do what they do best. It was just, yeah. I mean, that probably doesn't sound normal. I mean, I feel so weird feeling so great, but I think how we perceive things absolutely 100% has everything to do with how things turn out for us. So, yeah, not that everything has to be positive, but knowing that you have the power to create something positive for yourself, not for other people, not asking other people to be anything other than what they choose to be. Yeah, it puts you in a really peaceful, less anxiety place. And I'm super excited to start applying some of this stuff to some other things that are happening with me in regards to my trauma background. So we will get back to you with that. Anyways, thanks again. I'm doing great. I appreciate your support and have a wonderful day. Enjoy.